Hello dear students, welcome to my fifth video lecture of Unit 5, Accounting Ratios and Analysis. We have discussed all the profitability ratio, right? Profitability ratio. In that we have discussed ABCD. A, that was gross profit ratio, then operating ratio, then operating profit ratio, and last net profit ratio. Okay, gross profit ratio, operating profit ratio and net profit ratio. These three ratios are income based ratio. We have already discussed that. Only one operating ratio, that was expense based ratio, right? All these ratios are finding in terms of percentage. Okay, now from today we'll learn second, that is liquidity ratios. Our second point, that is liquidity ratio. Liquidity. What do you understand by the word liquidity? Liquidity means ability of business unit to pay short-term liability, or you can use the word obligations. So we know there are mainly two types of liability: short-term liability and long-term liability. Those liabilities which we have to pay within 12 months, that is known as short-term liability, and second one is long-term liability. Long-term liability means the liability which we have to pay after 12 months, that is known as long-term liability. Short-term liability is also known as, or short-term solvency. Solvency means we are able to pay the liability. So short-term solvency is also known as liquidity. Short-term solvency is equal to liquidity. Liquidity means, in other words, the assets which we can easily convert in cash, right? So in liquidity, to check the liquidity, we'll use current assets over here. Okay, all our current liabilities, that is our short-term liabilities which we have to pay in 12 months, right? So to pay those liability, we have to sell or use the money from stock, bills receivable, debtors. Those are our current assets. Okay, so this is the liquidity ratio. In that we have to check two ratios, or two ratios are used to check the liquidity of a firm. First one, that means we'll do A and B. 2A, that is current ratio, and 2B, that is liquid ratio. Okay, write it down. Complete? Now let's discuss 2A. ratio. This ratio is shown in terms of proportion, that means is to. The ideal condition for current ratio is, that means ideal answer is 2:1. The formula to find current ratio is equal to current assets minus current assets upon current liabilities. This means this ratio helps to check the relation between current assets and current liabilities. Current assets means assets which can easily converted in cash, and current liabilities means we have to pay within 12 months, right? If they have not given current assets and current liability, then we can use this formula. Working capital is equal to current assets minus current liability. If they have not given us current liabilities, then we can find by current assets working capital will come over here, so it will minus working capital. Clear? I told you that the ideal answer is 2:1. That means if we have 2 rupees of current assets and our current liability is 1, that is the ideal condition. That means we have 1 rupee. In short, we must have assets more than 1. Then and then we can pay our liabilities. If we have less, then we can get insolvent nearly. Okay? Write it down. We'll start with the sum. Page 2 to 5, illustration number 13. In this sum, they have said, from the following information of M Limited, calculate current ratio. They have given current assets and working capital. Current assets are 1,50,000. Current assets 1,50,000. And they have given working capital 60,000. Only 2 things are here. So, can we find the current liabilities from these 2 things? Right? Current liabilities is equal to current assets minus working capital. Current assets are 1,50,000 minus 60,000. That means our liability is 90,000. See, our liabilities are less than our assets, right? That means we will not declare insolvent. We can easily pay our debt, right? So, let's find current ratio. Current ratio is equal to current assets upon current liabilities. Current assets are 1,50,000 and liabilities are 90,000. 1.67 is to 1. See, our answer is 1.67, but we have to write it down by is to 1. Okay, so this is our current ratio. See, our debt is 1 and our assets are 1.67. That means 0.67. That is our excess assets. Okay, write it down. Another sum, page 2 to 4. Illustration number 11. From the following information of P Company Limited, calculate current ratio. For that, they have given us debtors 1,80,000, debtors 1,80,000, bills receivable 30,000, bad debt reserve 10,000, BDR bad debt reserve 10,000, stock 30,000, then cash and cash equivalents. Cash and cash equivalents are 45,000. Then machinery 1,20,000. Furniture 90,000. Bills payable 20,000. Short-term loan 90,000. And outstanding expense are 27,500. We have to find current ratio. Current ratio is equal to current assets minus upon current liabilities. So first of all, we have to find these two things. First one is current assets. So what will come under the head current assets? Debtors? Yes. So debtors. Then bills receivable. Bills receivable. Then BDR will be deducted from assets. Right? We are deducting debtors minus BDR in our balance sheet. That means we have to deduct BDR over here too. Then stock. First to 30,000, then sorry, 1,80,000, 30,000 and 10,000. So 2 lakh. Now we'll add stock, that is our current assets, then cash and cash equivalents. Then machinery, no, that is fixed assets. Furniture, no, fixed assets. Bills payable, short-term loan and outstanding expense liabilities. Stock is 30,000 and cash and cash equivalents 45,000. So answer is 2,75,000. That is our current assets. Now let's find current liabilities. Bills payable, short-term loan. See, if they have given long-term loan, then it will not included over here. And last, outstanding expense. Bills payable are 20,000, short-term loan 90,000 and 27,500. One lakh 37,500. That is our current liabilities. So now we'll apply current assets and current liabilities in the formula. Current assets are 2,75,000 and current liabilities are 1,37,500. And we get the answer 2:1. That means 2,75,000 divided by 1,37,500. We get the answer 2. And we have to write it down by 1:1. That means when our liabilities are 1, our assets are 2. That means we are, all our firm are in the ideal condition. Write it down. Page 2 to 4. Illustration number 12. From the following information of RK Limited, calculate current ratio and working capital. We have to find both the things, current ratio as well as working capital. So to check that, they have given debtors, land and building, debtors, land and building, outstanding expense, current investment, then creditors, bad debt reserve, bills receivable, furniture, non-current investment, cash and cash equivalents, cash and cash equivalents, bills payable, and stop. 90,000, 5 lakh. Then 40,000, 30,000, 40,000, 30,000, 60, 20, 30, 60, 70. 30, 20, 60. 30,000, 20,000 and 60,000. Okay. So, first of all, we have to find current assets. Let's check what things are coming in current assets. Debtors? Yes or no? Yes, right? Then land and building? No, that is our fixed assets. Outstanding expense? No, that is our liability. Current investment? Yes, because they have used the word current. If they have used the word non-current, then it will not include it over here. Creditors? No. BDR? Yes. Subtracted. Bills receivable? Yes. Furniture? No. Non-current investment? No. See, they have used the word non-current. Then cash and cash equivalents, bills payable? No. Stop. Right. So, write down all this thing over here. Debtors minus BDR. BDR is given. Debtors are of 90,000 and BDR 20,000. So our answer is 70,000. Then we'll add current investment. 30,000. Then bills receivable. 30,000. Cash and cash equivalents. 30,000 and stock 60,000. And our answer is 2,20,000. Current assets. Now we'll find current liabilities. In current liabilities, outstanding expense, yani those expense which are not paid, that means unpaid. Creditors, furniture, no. Bills payable, only three things. Outstanding expenses 40,000, creditors 60,000 and bills payable 20,000. 1,20,000. That is our current liabilities. Now we got both the things, current assets and current liabilities. Let's find current ratio. Current ratio is equal to current assets upon current liabilities. Current assets are 2,20,000 and liabilities are 1,20,000. And our answer is 1.83 is to 1. We cannot say this is the ideal condition because we don't get the answer 2:1, but we get the answer 1.83. That is good condition, not the best condition. Okay. They have also asked to find working capital. So we'll find working capital to working capital is equal to current assets minus current liabilities. So current assets are 2,20,000 minus 1,20,000 are current liabilities. So our working capital are 1 lakh. Therefore, working capital. Write it down. Another sum, page 247. Page 247, question 8. From the following information, calculate current ratio and liquid ratio. We'll find only current ratio. For that, they have given stock, debtors, cash and cash equivalents, then furniture bills payable, short-term loan, bills receivable, bad debt reserves, expenses paid in advance, creditors, outstanding expenses. 3,50,000, 3,50,000, 1,20,000, 1,60,000. 60, 40, 75. $75,000, 20,000, 60, 2 lakh, and 50,000. Okay. So from that, first of all, we have to find current assets, right? See, stock will come under the head current assets. So stock that is 3 lakh. Then debtors. But if we write, before writing the amount of debtors, we have to check that is there BDR? Yes, and bills receivable. So bills receivable minus BDR. Debtors are of 2,50,000. Bills receivable 75,000. And BDR 20,000. That means bill 2,50,000 plus 75,000 minus 20,000. That means our answer will be 3,05,000. Next, furniture, no, sorry, cash and cash equivalents. Cash and cash equivalents. 1,20,000. Then furniture, no, bills payable, no, included. Expenses paid in advance. एडवांस में पे कर दिया इसलिए ये हमारी assets है. Expenses paid in advance 60,000. Creditors, no, outstanding expense, no. So 6,665 7,85,000. That is our current assets. Next, we have to find current liabilities. In current liabilities, bills payable, short-term loan, $60,000, $40,000. Then creditors and outstanding expenses 2 lakh and 50,000. Answer is 3,50,000. That is our current liability.